Okay, welcome back to the Caribou Data Science channel. It's time for my daily run for my reports. Let's come back, and the first thing we look at should be Spain. Spain, as you know, has been struggling at least as far as cases. Although I personally believe that the deaths, the number of the deaths is open to interpretation as it affects the overall picture. So let's just do this here. So let's just come up here. Let's just run this report here for Spain. Okay. Spain's currently averaging 2,997 cases per day and 115 or 116 deaths per day. That gives us an idea. Let's take a look at the mortality rate. This is 1%. This is a 0.5%. So let's say this red line is about 0.75%. But what you can see is the mortality rate is trending up a little bit. Okay. Now, what the average is, I think, is a different question because you've got these spikes here. Again, these spikes could be Monday dates. All right. So I'm not quite sure what the average Let's see. Let's do this. Let's run this, this. Okay. So in that case, what is the average? Mean US : what's the actual average rate? Let's do a summary here. That way we can get the full range of the rate. Okay. I'm not sure how you have a negative mortality rate, but what's most important for us is the mean. So the mean is now averaging about 9.4% mortality rate. And that is, needless to say, is a huge concern. All right. Now, this, of course, makes no sense. How do you have a 364%? So let's come back. Change this over here. So this is not good. This is definitely not a good situation. It clearly indicates that at least it seems to me that clearly indicate that the deaths are also increasing. Okay, because this to be 9.4%, which is not a good situation. Unless of course you want to somehow, well, let's just keep moving onward, shall we? So let's take a look at the daily cases now. You can see again, once again, it's really hard to guess these numbers here, simply because you got all these spikes. Deaths are still, the high here is 250, but this one down here is 78. So what's the actual average number of deaths per day? Well, moving average here is 154. Moving average death again is 143. So I'm going to say they're probably having about 150 deaths per day right now. This doesn't really show a particularly good thing here. We might, if we look at the narrow view of the current spike as far as deaths are concerned, a climb up, but now it's slowing a little bit of a decline. But these decline up, but this increase here has caused nothing but trouble. Cases for Spain. Well, here's maybe some good news. This is this week. This week ends tomorrow. So there's a chance that they may start a new downtrend tomorrow. All right? Because notice, last week was less than previous weeks. Deaths are below 1,000 per week. That seems to be pretty consistent. Okay? Let's take a look at months. You can see we have a 3-month increase in cases. But the deaths are continuing to remain fairly low. But notice the deaths, October deaths has already passed August deaths. And for the month of September, Spain had about 2,500 deaths, which doesn't necessarily match the number of cases. Okay? So that takes care of Spain for today. Let's just send this up to the database. Okay, that takes care of Spain for today.